Good day. Today I'll be demonstrating how to create a database and table on WAMP Server, and I'll be also linking My SQL to access using the ODBC connector. You first need to download WAMP Server online, and you'll also need to download My SQL ODBC connector. Very simple to download. You can simply search in Google by typing in WAMP Server. Go to the WAMP Server website, download. Here you have your 32-bit and your 64-bit. Depending on the operating system you have, will determine which one of these you download. Okay, now to download the ODBC connector, and simply type My SQL. Then you go to this site and you download depending on your system, whether it be 32-bit or 64-bit. I've already downloaded and installed both the WAMP server and the ODBC driver. So I'm going to go straight into demonstrating how to first create a table on WAMP server. Anyway, you click on the WAMP server icon and you go to PHP My Admin. Click on New. I'm going to create a database. I'm going to name it Rennie database. Create. Okay, you see the database is created here. Now I have to create a table in the database. So you click on the database. Right, I'm not going to create a table. I'm going to name the table Rennie and the number of columns. I'm going to just put simply 4 columns of data. Great. Now you have to name the columns and select the type of data that is going to go into the column, whether it's integer numbers or it's characters, letters, so forth. Okay, I'm going to put F name. That stands for first name. Middle name, which is last name. Telephone. Address. I'm going to use varchar numbers and letters. Varchar again. The telephone number, I'll put VAT. The telephone numbers, I'm going to use varchar again. I'll use varchar for everything. Okay, and here you're going to put the value to determine how many characters can be inputted into the fields. I'll put first name, I'll put 15. Last name, I'll put 15. Telephone number, I'll put 10. And address, I'll put 55. And that's all, and save. And that's it. Now if you want to view, this is Rennie, columns, and here you have first name, last name, telephone number, address, and here I can actually edit the details that I've initially created. Okay, so this is the SQL structure. So the database was created, the table has been created in PHP My Admin. Now I'm going to go to the other part of the demonstration, which is access. In order to install the ODBC connector and access, you'll need to open the application with administrative rights. Unfortunately, you can't launch Access with administrative rights by simply going into the program shortcut. You have to go into the folder and run the exe file. So I'm going to go to, what's my computer, see, Microsoft Office. It's in the Office 14 file, and I'm going to look for the Microsoft Access execution file. Here it is. I'm going to right click, run as administrator. Yes. Okay. Now you have to create a blank database initially in order to get to the external data where you're going to create the connection. So I'm going to name the database. It's just a blank database. I can just click create. Yeah. And I can close because I'm not going to be using this table. I'm going to be using the table that is on the My SQL server. Right click, close. Now to create the connection, go to external data, ODBC database, and link to the data source by creating a link table. Okay. Machine data source, new system data source. Next. And you're going to look for the My SQL ODBC driver. Here it is. I've already installed it, so I'm seeing it here. Next. Finish. Now we have to put in the details. I'm going to name my connection read. You can put a description if you want. The TCP IP server is localhost. And you want root access to all the system files. You're going to put root. And I can test. Okay, connection is successful. And here you can actually select which one of the databases that I want to be connected to. And here I have the Rennie database. This is what I just created in PHP My Admin. And okay. Okay, the connection is created. Repeat. As you will see, this is the database I created in PHP My Admin on the WAMP server. Select it. OK. Here there's fields in table Rennie. Remember, I created a table in the database called Rennie, and I had F name, L name, telephone, and address. I'm going to select all the fields. OK. And here you're going to see the table on the left hand side in access. If I double click on this, here it is, F name, L name, telephone, address. Here I'm going to demonstrate how I can input data here, and it will be stored on My SQL server in the file that I created. First name is Rennie, last name it's Reed, telephone number, I'll give you any number, 777 777. Address, Diego Martin. And save. So now let's go to the server and see if the data was stored there. Go to PHP My Admin. I'm going to go to the Rennie database. I'm going to go to Rennie. This is the table, and there it is. The data in Rennie read 7777 Diego Martin. This is the data that I just entered into Access. So I've demonstrated how to create a database using in MySQL, PHP My Admin. I've demonstrated how to create a table in the database. I've demonstrated how to link access to the server, MySQL server, using the ODBC. I've demonstrated how to input data into the database via access, and I have showed evidence that the data was successfully stored in the tables. So this is the end of my presentation. Thanks again for viewing. Goodbye.